sa Pilipinas ang 2019 novel coronavirus.
When pandemic hits the world, socializing and learning just came to a huge halt. With the phenomenal rise of e-learning and teaching remotely on digital platforms, our lives transformed to follow a new normal. It made us our new way to chat, share files, and work together. We, the future teachers, with burning passion and dedication, we immerse ourselves in a virtual classroom and experience the new learning environment. Chat together, plan together, get together. With our team, there's always a way.
Good day everyone, I'm Jhon P. Milagrosa and we're the third group from the Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies. In this presentation, we'll talk about Activity 6 entitled Teacher Skills and Connections to the Community. Teacher skills are the hard and soft skills that help the teachers keep the students engaged. These skills can help also the teachers to position themselves as an educator, earning the attentions and respect of their students. Developing teaching skills is one only part of becoming a good teacher. School community engagement and partnership are shared responsibility and reciprocal process whereby school and other community agencies and organizations engage families in meaningful and culturally appropriate ways, and families take initiative to actively supporting their children's development and learning. The school community partnership make efforts to listen to parents, support them, and ensure that they have the tools to be an active partners of their children's school experience. Before we proceed to the discussion, let us first look at the intended learning outcome. Intended learning outcomes. At the end of this activity, the field study students must be able to achieve the following intended learning outcomes. Number 1, identify the social roles and functions of a teachers to promote harmonious relationship with learners, parents, schools, and the wider community. Number 2, understand and appreciate the importance of school-community partnership in the educative process. And number 3, recognize the importance of teachers assuming responsibility for personal growth and professional development for lifelong learning. Here we have Mr. Allyson Gregorio, Ms. Junio, Ms. Jessica Lamzon, Mr. Kenneth Macasieb, Mr. Vincent Maniflor, Mr. Kenneth Charles Martin, Mr. Michael J. Montemayor, Mr. Darryl Malicdem, and Mr. Aldrin J. Quirante. Let us now move on to the first part of the presentation, which is the observation report. In our group observation report, we interview Mr. Reginald Austria. Mr. Reginald Austria is a faculty of Social Sciences Department in Pangasinan State University. In our interview, we asked him about his personal attributes, professional attributes, awards received, researches conducted, and extension activities. In his personal attributes, he stated 6 personal attributes. Number 1, he does not believe in time but rather he believes in quality time. Number 2, he prioritizes his love his career so much, that's why he put so much quality time in teaching. Number 3, he does not use alarm clock and to-do list because he believes that our body works best when we train our human natures. Number 4, there is a life after 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. of work. Number 5, he has a human mode or best known as Reginald mode. And lastly, number 6, learning is a lifelong process. Next is his professional attributes. Number 1, he finished his Master of Arts in Education, major in Social Studies, and currently taking his doctorate degree in the same school where he finished his master's degree, Pangasinan State University School of Advanced Studies, United City. Number 2, he is a scholar of Jhon and planning to study in UP. Number 5, he engaged himself in doing research and some publications. Number 4, he likes attending to webinars. And number 6, he is also planning to enter the AFP. In his awards received, Mr. Austria is an AFP awardee for being an NSTP coordinator when he's just 20 years old. Number 2, they won second place in Region 1 as Best Group. Number 3, he was invited as a guest of honor and speaker at Manlungat National High School. Number 4, during his student years, he was a volleyball player. Mr. Reginald Austria has 2 researches conducted. Number 1, doing a research about the old cemetery of Bayambang, Pangasinan. This research paper started in 2018 to 2018. Number 2, the second research paper is about the Pangasinan native delicacies. Extension activities. Number 1, in 2016, he is the project leader of the FORA Project Life, examining narratives about family life at Barangay Tanolong, Bayambang, Pangasinan. Number 2, in 2017, he is also a project leader under Prof Ed Project Care about collaborative and real-time education, the beneficiaries of Tanolong National High School. Number 3, the Oblat Karunungan is also part of his extension program. It is to help the public officials how to make a solution letter and to teach the students on how to use Zoom applications. Number 4, he is an area chair, 7 years extensionist, and 3 years NSTP coordinator.
Now, let us proceed to the second part of the observation report. By the way, I am Kenneth A. Martin, the leader of the group. Our second interviewee or respondent is Dr. Jerry C. De Guzman, principal to Inagdao Integrated School. His personal attributes are as follows. 1. As a leader or scholar, he believed that we must be a lifelong learner. 2. Be committed on everything you do. Do your best all the time. It is okay to start at the bottom. Be servant and obey the leaders and our bosses, because when the right time comes, you will reap the fruits of your hard work. Be a servant first and be a leader. Create your own culture where everybody will absorb it. And lastly, perseverance and innovation will lead you to your goals. Part of his professional attributes are 1. He was a scholar while studying at Pangasinan State University, San Carlos City, Pangasinan, with a bachelor's degree in agricultural education. He finished his professional development in PSU School of Advanced Studies with master's and doctor's degree in educational management. Passed NQuest and promoted as principal or school head at a young age. As a professional, he said that be transparent, innovative, responsible, and enjoy working. These are just some of the awards received by Dr. Jerry C. De Guzman. Number 1, awarded as Most Outstanding School Head in San Carlos City Division. He was awarded as Most Innovative School Head, Best Implementer Award. His school, Agdao Integrated School, won the cleanest, greenest, most plant-demic, and most innovative school. National awardee for second best Brigada Eskwela, and lastly, regional awardee in YESO organization, research, and etc. He conducted some researches. In his master's degree, he conducted a research about human rights of students and teachers in San Carlos City, Pangasinan. In his doctor's degree, he conducted a research on professional rights of teachers. Other researches are reading abilities of learners and field theory. Also conducted extension activities. Part of this program is called Butil ng Pag-asa. This is about helping the community by giving seedlings and startup to rice and vegetable farmers in their community. Libre Kapon or free circumcision, where they conduct a free circumcision to the young boys in their community. Health and medical mission, they give hygiene kits, vitamins, etc. to the students.
Based on the interviews that we conducted, we came up with 5 social roles or functions of a teacher. A teacher is a leader, facilitator, supporter, role model, and researcher. A teacher is a leader for they wholeheartedly offer to lead a community program. Facilitator because they guide the learning process of the students towards their achievement of educational goals. Supporter as they do their best to show their support for the implementation of new policies and guidelines of schools or community. Role model for they become the exemplar of the community to abide by the norms and laws, and they serve as the community's walk the talk advocates. And lastly, a researcher because they conduct researches that help the community or school to improve and enhance its institution.
Question number 1. How did the teacher conduct his or her action research work? Now, based on Mr. Reginald Austria's responses from the interview, he conducted his research by considering some points such as the research study must have an impact to the people. Aside from that, considering the place where you can find the answer to your study is such a vital element of your research, and that is what Sir Reginald did. In order to prove and find the answer on his research about Old Cemetery Bayambang and about the Pangasinan native delicacies, he visited the place itself so he can look for solid and stronger evidence. In relation to research extension, the activity should be materialized and idealized. In addition, you should see what your research extension has helped, and there should be a transfer of ideas. Number 2 question. Describe the extension project the teacher was involved. Now, based on Mr. Reginald Austria's responses from the interview, he mentioned 4 extension projects, and these are the following. In the year 2016, the project life was done and organized under the chairmanship of Dr. Malicdem. It is all about knowing what causes that makes family quarrel. In addition, they also made a narrative report about this project. In the year 2017, Project Care was organized under the chairmanship of Dr. Amado Ramos, and it is all about monitoring and teaching students to read and write and teaching students on how to use the Zoom application. The beneficiaries are students at Tanulong National High School. Next one is the White Charcoal Project, in which an alternative way on how to turn paper into charcoal. And in the year 2019, Upland Karunungan was proposed. It is to help the barangay officials how to make resolution letter. This year, they are also planning to conduct a seminar about 21st century media literacy skills.
Research and extension involvement of Dr. Jerry C. De Guzman, school head of Agdao Integrated School in San Carlos City, Pangasinan. For number 1 question, how did the teacher conduct his or her action research work? For his research entitled Professional Human Rights for High School Teacher and Students, Dr. De Guzman completed this research as a part of his master's and doctorate degree. This study is primarily concerned with the rights and obligation of both the teacher and the students. Next, reading abilities of a learner, tools that are effective and not effective. This study is being undertaken to assist Agdao Integrated School in finding effective and ineffective tools to assist learners in improving their reading skills. For number 2 question, describe the extension project of the teacher was involved. First, Butil ng Pag-asa is a project that attempts to improve the community by assisting and helping persons in need. In this endeavor, they are aiding them by providing basic necessities such as rice, clothing, canned goods, and so on. Next is pre-circumcision. This project intends to assist the children, particularly the boys of Agdao community. This will reduce the recipient's risk of urinary tract infections and other illnesses. The third one is medical and dental mission. Aids in the improvement of health and lives of members of the community who have limited or no access to the most basic medical health and needs of life. Last but not the least, donating books for the out-of-school youth. One of the greatest benefits of the neighborhood book drive is that it encourages reading throughout the community. Sir Darryl Malicdem, Sir James Brian Prima, and Ma'am Junio are here to respond to the question posed in the Analyze section.
Hello everyone, I am Darryl C. Malicdem and I am tasked to answer the number 1 question for the analysis part of activity number 6. Does school community engagement influence the educative process? justify your answer. Definitely yes, it really influences the educative process. When the school, teachers, students, parents, officials, and the community began to work and collaborate together towards a common goal, which is learning, it greatly impacts the educative process. It was also mentioned by the U.S. Department of Education in 1998 that when families and communities are involved in education, students learn more and schools improve. It also enables participation of the members of community and not just the school to open and extend their hands for the betterment of learning and life. They will begin to realize and see that not only schools and teachers should help each other towards a goal, but it needs their involvement and help. With these efforts and engagement, a goal towards learning will be achieved and students will greatly benefit from it.
Hi, my name is James Brian Macaranas Prima, and I am going to answer the question number 2 in Analyze. How would you report achievement or results in the bigger community? In this time of pandemic crisis, we all know that we cannot just meet and greet the whole community due to the observance of health protocols. We, as a 21st century learner and future teacher, we will utilize the use of technology in order to meet the bigger community without risking their lives. We can use transparency e-posters, infographics, and blended management system carrying the achievement or results of the gathered and collected data. With this, we believe that we can reach different people at different time and place, giving them a transparent and consistent analyzed data.
Hi, I am Junio, and to answer question number 3, how do personal and professional skills of a teacher help in preparing his or her tasks or functions? Personal and professional skills of Dr. Jerry D. Guzman help him in preparing his tasks or functions in a way that it allows him to think of creative or innovative ways to make teaching learning process more effectively, especially now that we're in the new normal setting of education brought by the pandemic. Being proactive and resourceful also help him in preparing tasks or functions much easier.
Let's proceed to the summary of analysis. Community engagement and involvement in schools is such an important facet of the educational process. In order to improve the community's participation in education, it is critical to foster a school environment in which all members of the community feel accepted, respected, trusted, heard, and needed. According to the research entitled The Impact of School, Family, and Community Connections on Student Achievement, there is a significant positive correlation between school, family, and community involvement and student success. With these major advantages, it's evident that schools should make increasing community involvement programs and opportunities a consistent goal. By doing so, this will yield a desirable results or achievement that we can share in the bigger community through conducting a recognition for the people who took part and worked hard during the process. Indeed, these people possess personal and professional skills which they use for them to carry out their duties and responsibilities competently.
Good day everyone, I'm Jhon Kenneth Macasieb. For reflect question number 1, as a future teacher, how would you establish good school community collaboration? How can you work well in the community? As a future teacher, I would establish good school community collaboration like developing a shared vision, goals and sense of community, acknowledging the role of the partners as educator, and also complementing the skills are building in class. Good collaboration with school and community will take a good impact or result to students, teachers, parents, and school community itself. When time comes that I will be a teacher, I will put it in my mind that school community collaboration are important because school will not monopolize the needs that will aid the learning of the students. Community will be the one important sector that give the needed things or support that the school may not give. Community collaboration with schools complements and reinforces values, cultures, and learning opportunities that schools can provide for their students. For the learners, the benefits of cooperating, collaborating to someone is like students come to recognize, understand, and respect the differences of each other and different perspectives, etc. And also, through cooperating to others, your performance will be improved easier. Question number 2. Do you have any advice about how to invite stakeholders to engage in school community project and activities? In order to engage stakeholders in school community project and activities, first and foremost, we should present them the project to be conducted and the mission and vision of it. We should make sure that we clearly present the goal and objectives of the project. Second, we should discuss the persons involved and how the specific project will be conducted. Lastly, we should present the importance and benefits of the project to the stakeholders, learners, teachers, community, and the school as a whole. By that, I believe that we can persuade the stakeholders to take part and involve themselves in meaningful and beneficial school community projects and activities.
Hello everyone, this is Vincent, the Maniflor, and I will answer the reflection number 3. Learning is always a continuous process regardless of the position we are in. Whether we are students, teachers, or even a school head, learning does not stop even if we age. To enhance our personal and professional development, we should always seek to learn. We learn from our students, we learn from our co-teachers, we learn from our superiors, and we learn from seminars and researches that we will conduct. We can always use our learnings to be a better citizen and a better person. Now, allow me to summarize our reflection report. A teacher is someone who the community looks up to and respect. A teacher is a respectable figure in the community that is tasked to develop the future generations into an individual capable of leading the future of the nation. To be able to work efficiently and more effectively, a teacher needs the help of the community and the stakeholders to build an environment conducive for the students' learning. The school and the stakeholders go hand in hand in developing the students' view of the world and is expected to fulfill the role of being a character developer.
These are the screenshots of our interview taken on November 3, 2021 with Mr. Reginald B. Austria and Dr. Jerry C. de Guzman, headed by yours truly, the leader of the Group 3, Mr. Kenneth Charles A. Martin. That's a wrap. I hope you enjoy watching our presentation. Thank you everyone and stay safe.